I was just I had just shot a test stream. I deleted that one just because it was a test. Much like the first one, I was kind of just anxious to get things done and out of the way. Um, and then I discovered that I could have two I could have two devices open with my Twitch app running, and that way it would kind of I can participate with the chat because I have this streaming camera, streaming tablet that's over my shoulder, so I can't see a thing. And then I tried something out. I was just experimenting a theory, and I wanted to find out if I could run two devices simultaneously. Oh, look at that. All right. So I discovered that I could, and with the second one running, I can kind of keep an eye on what the first one is doing. So like right now, I'm actually watching myself uh, play around with this. But the main thing is so I could see chat right here next to me, and I could draw right here, and I could still stream from over the shoulder where I can't see. And I don't know. I think this is dope. I think this setup will work because now I have the streaming device. I have the chat device. So now next time somebody wants to come in, they can and chat and ask questions. I'm right then and there to answer the question. If you go back and watch my first stream, you'll see that I couldn't do that. Um, it was a struggle because I would have to like pop up to see, oh, there's someone in there, there's someone watching, and they're asking me questions. And the whole point of this is to bring you guys into my world, bring you into what I'm doing here. So yeah, that was it was a W today to learn that I can have two devices at the same time, and I mean, I'm not really interested in watching my own stream. I guess it'd be good to know if it crashed or something like that. But other than that, like, I'm excited that I could actually chat with somebody or with people or with you or the amount of viewers. I know right now I kind of got like zero going on, but I guess everything starts at zero, starts at one. Um, And yeah, this one's gonna be a short stream. I got to get back to finishing up my website. I'm like almost finished here, uh, but I know that once that's done, and then I'm out, and once I'm done with that, I won't have to worry about you know working on it so much, and I'll be able to put more time into illustrating and drawing and doing all that other stuff. I'm gonna be promoting a whole bunch of stuff, so you guys are gonna have more things to look forward to. In the meantime, I just have a sketchbook here, um, stuff that I've been working on, books I've been reading, and going back and studying everything. That's what the schools are here for. You know what? Maybe that's what I do today. Maybe I'll draw another skull here since obviously I can't do too much. Um, it's probably gonna be like a half-hour stream. Starting once I start drawing. You see, I got a blank circle here. I got my timer ready to go. I'm gonna be taking. I'll make this another 30-minute 3x3 drawing, and yeah, you guys get to watch that process and see how that goes. Um, so yeah, let's do it. Let me. What angle do I want to do? You can see I got this behind the left ear, 3/4 view drawing here. I have the straightforward shot with the mouth open. I don't know. I guess we could do like a profile shot of the skull. Uh, so yeah, let's start that. Here we go. Let me make sure I have my camera ready for the pictures, and it is ready to go. Start my timer, and let's just get to it. Are we good? Am I catching everything? Oh, of course I am, man. I can watch my own stream now, dude. This is so awesome. This is some new. This is the new ish for me, man. I've not been able to do that. So the fact that this is happening right now is insane. This is this that new shit right here. And I never knew what I was gonna do once I started streaming as far as like the background ambient stuff. Like I would love to just play music because that's what I would normally do or play a podcast. Um, but yeah, I figure both of those would probably be a little distracting, at least for me, to engage with you guys. All right, you know what? Let me do this. That way. There we go. That works. Cause I have a hard enough time trying to have like engaging thoughts and drawing at the same time because so much of the my energy is put into just trying to get the drawing down right. I mean, it's certainly cool to stream and do all this stuff. I mean, I don't think you guys know how excited I am that I'm actually able to do this right now. This is so cool. But man, I don't even know what I was trying to say. I am so focused on trying to get this jaw right. Okay. So yeah, this is just so I can periodically take pictures so people can see the process because you crack open someone's sketchbook and all you see are all the finished sketches, which still aren't anything like a finished piece of work. But still, the point of all those pictures is not to just to document the steps in the sketchbook, but I posted onto Instagram, social media, things like that, just to promote the drawing stuff. Kind of just thought it'd be nice to show people that you know stuff like this doesn't just happen, just doesn't just there's time and everything into it. So not only do I document the steps, but like I said, this I take about 10 pictures, and these are all going to be like 3 minutes apart. So that way it shows like what I do in a 30-minute sketch. And hopefully, somebody who's thinking about drawing would be encouraged to know, like, hey, if this guy can do it like this, and if he's doing that in a half hour, they could be doing something similar in no time at all. It's just sharing. So I don't know how good this is gonna be. I'm a little bit kind of rushing this whole thing, but I'm just from the excitement that all of this is actually happening right now. Uh, After the last stream when I couldn't get um like really keep up with the chat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, since I couldn't participate with the chat, it was kind of creating some a little bit of frustration. So now that, I don't have anyone to chat with right now. I guess I'm kind of just barking on myself, but eventually there'll be someone. And once there is, I'll be here to answer any and all questions for them. Again, this is just really a test stream. So far, so good. I guess people who might be familiar with streaming would be like, oh no, this is no big deal at all. Like, of course you can have multiple devices, and of course you can like keep up with your chat using a second screen. But it's like, man, I'm doing all of this like on my own. I have no help, no idea what I'm doing. I just know that I wanted to do it, so I'm doing it. And I mean, this is how I do it, man. You know, you gotta do it live. You know, I used to do this on YouTube back just because I used to have a computer, and you know, I had a job. I was doing screen printing designs, and I had just graduated from college. I had Photoshop, so I just started getting into digital art. So I was doing all this digital art, and then my computer crashed. Not only did it just crash, but it like crashed 3 times. Uh, I just, you know, just was not having the best of luck with computers. So what ended up happening was since I couldn't do digital art anymore, um, but I wanted to do something. Uh, I said, well, what can I do? Oh, and I was working on animation. I was trying to create a new demo reel, one that would be a lot better than my graduating piece. I was kind of fresh out of college, but my demo reel wasn't all that great, and trying to get to Hollywood or California. I was like, you know what? Let me put together a proper demo reel. So I was working on an animation, and you could see just like the animatics and everything of it. And again, once I get my website up, I actually detail that project step by step, at least all the steps that I had up until the crash, where then had to stop. And I didn't have any money, I didn't have anything, so I was kind of SOL, and all I had was a phone and very bad lighting in my studio. So I had started streaming, and that's when this whole thing started happening. And then I was running into all the issues that you would normally run into as a streamer 10 years ago, where I was playing music in the background, so that way at least people had something to listen to while you know, while I was doing these streams and just streaming my art, creating convention sketch cards and things like that. Not too different from what I'm doing right now, actually. And yeah, I was just doing that, and I can't remember why that stopped. I think it was because like my tablet broke down. Man, I was just like everything was breaking down on me. Which picture is this? Is this like picture number 4 now? Let me go back and check. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so I've been drawing for 12 minutes. I should probably start getting to the next render. Next render color here pretty soon. You know, this red pencil will only get you so far. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this stuff out. How to communicate through the social media and everything. How to be able to juggle all of them, including Twitch and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like they all seem to, now that I'm actually using them with a purpose, the more I'm starting to realize like, oh, this doesn't really they all don't work out as well as I thought they would. Or you know, like work together, which I guess makes sense. They're all different companies and things like that. So, you know, I guess they're not supposed to. I guess for your average person, they seem to work out well enough. Even while I'm, hey, what's up, Katie? Welcome. Yes, you are the only one here. This is welcome to my second stream. I was actually testing out the chat um today, so this is kind of like a test stream, much like my first one, where I was streaming, but the camera that I streamed from is behind my head, so I couldn't see the chat. Uh, so I had someone pop in just like you, and they were talking to me while I was just talking to myself the whole time. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to figure out this chat thing, so that way I could at least participate with chat. So welcome to that. Yeah. uh. So yeah, this is just I guess technically my first stream. Then my first one was just like an audio video test because I had never used Twitch, so I wasn't even sure like how it worked or anything like that. And I don't know. This is all like a process. So I was just doing this real quick. But how are you? Everything going good? Great. Glad to hear it. So yeah, you probably just saw me take a picture of my drawing here. Reason why I do that is so I can document the steps. Like this is only going to be like a 30-minute drawing. It's going to be a quick stream. In the future, I'm hoping to be able to do a lot longer streams, you know, from like maybe even 4 hours long. I don't know if I'll ever get to like 8 hours long. I'd like to. Um, but I document just the, like for this to be like a 30-minute drawing, I document like every 3 minutes. So that way, I'll post it somewhere else. I'll post it on like Instagram and show people the process of like, hey, this is just a 30-minute sketch, nothing crazy, and this is all the steps. This is how I created this skull. This is where I started. This is where I went to. This is when I started rendering, and kind of. Is it for school? No. I'm neither a student nor teacher technically anymore, but always learning, right? Are you an artist? Kinda. Well, that's cool. What does kinda mean? Like you dabble with it? It's more of a like a hobby thing, or young artist? That's awesome. Once upon a time I was a young artist too. So let me see. This was, I think, the sixth picture. Hold on. So one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. So so far this is like an 18-minute drawing, and you could see kind of around this whole page. All of these are 30-minute drawings, except for the one up here. This was on my first stream. This was a 90-minute, just because again I had no idea what I was doing. So I said, let me make a 3x3 square. I have 90 minutes to kill, and then obviously you can see I got a little bit further with the renderings and background. I was actually able to make it to the inking stage, but I was like, you know what? It was warping the paper because there was so much work on just a little tiny piece of paper here, this 3x3 inch size. So I said, you know what? I'll just cut 3x3 inch drawings into 30-minute drawings and then see how far I can get. And on a good day, I guess I can get to the inks like I did here. But for the most part, I basically just get to, I start with the red pencils and I jump to the blue one, and then I have a regular graphite pencil that I keep here to just darken up the blues. And then after I get done with the graphite stuff, it just blackens it, makes it a little gray. Then I actually get the ink, and then the ink renders it a whole lot further to really get those really dark, uh, really dark shades in there. But yeah, so that's 18 minutes so far. I tried to make a Yoda, but it didn't look like Yoda, but I liked it. Oh man, well, Yoda's tough. He's got the odd shaped head with the long ears. Was it a baby Yoda, or was it like old school Yoda? If it was old school, that'd be pretty awesome as like a young artist to try to tackle old Yoda. Yes, baby Yoda. Okay, that makes sense. I just watched not just but recently I watched Alvin Lee. Do you know Alvin Lee? He's a pretty big comic book artist. I'm not sure if you're into comic books at all, but yeah, there's a really big comic book artist named Alvin Lee, and he recently drew a Baby Yoda on his Twitch stream, which is kind of why I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I could do Twitch because if Alvin Lee's doing it, like artists are doing it. and he tried drawing Baby Yoda, and he's one of the best artists ever. And even he struggled with it, where at first it was like looking really rough, but in the end he was able to pull through, and he got something decent. I'm glad you're happy with yours, man. That's awesome. And you just keep it up. You keep at it. You probably remember where you had a tough time, and then you'll know like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if it was like the ears or maybe the eyes or something like that you had a problem with, but maybe I should try to draw Baby Yoda. You can see I just draw random portraits here. Like I got Snoop Dogg. That's really the only famous one. I'll show you once the timer goes up again. Uh, Yesterday I just drew a what's that, WandaVision, where I drew Wanda and Vision. It's on the next page here. And yeah, I struggled with that one. It's really hard to draw the characters that we know, like really popular characters, because everyone knows what they look like, because everybody watches them. Well, I gotta go. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by. All right. Yeah, go to the dollar store, man. Go get it. I used to get my paints from the dollar store. So have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. All right. All right, so that's got to be picture number 7, I think. So I got like 3 left. I wonder how this rendering's coming out. I feel like I'm missing something, and it might be in this area right here. Well, that was nice. See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. I just, drawing is such a lonely pursuit. So for this streaming stuff to exist, I mean, for me, it's a beautiful thing. It's because I remember when I was a kid, I would, I'd hang out, friends, my brother and I, and all that. We'd go hang out at our friend's place, or we all play video games, this, that, and the other. And then it always ended up happening where I would just peel away. I would just pull away from the whole group and then just go find a quiet room somewhere else, and then just start drawing. It wasn't because I didn't want to hang out with them. It wasn't because anything like that. It was just like, I really liked drawing. And at the time I wanted to draw. So I'd have to go somewhere where I could find a table and a loose leaf sheet of paper. and I would go and do that. And it was nice to have like the quiet and the silence, so that way you could focus on the drawing. And I'd probably be trying to draw like Dragon Ball Z or like the old Space Jam. Something like that. There we go. It's so funny. I'm seeing I'm getting a different result when I just go blue onto the paper rather than blue over the red. I guess it makes sense that I'd get a different result. It's a little jarring. The blue actually appears a lot darker on its own. Let me see how many pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Alright, so I got 2 left. Yeah, like I didn't have any red pencils down here, so the blue is like this super bright blue. I wonder if I could even just throw red on it just to make it match. The rest of the drawing. I mean, now that I know. Let's switch it up. Now to get those really dark places. But like I was saying, like I'd just duck out and go find a room so I can just like quiet draw. But it is lonely. You try to when you go off and do things on your own, it kind of makes you that person who goes off and does things on his own. And then, when you have like group activities, people like friends and sports and team sports and all that other stuff, and I'd go do all that stuff too, but yeah. Yeah, that's the type of engagement that I'm looking for. And hopefully this does nothing but grow. I guess you could only draw for so long before it's like, hey, you know what? At least you can start to share what you've learned. I could share what I've learned and inspire a new generation, just like that Katie person. Hey, she's back. That was quick. Yeah, usually I'll go to the dollar store. I'll get lost in there. I'll go down every aisle and be like, "Hey, what y'all got?" All right. Yeah, so this is picture number 9. So I only got another 3 minutes on this picture. Maybe I'll just continue the stream and do another one. Do another 30 minutes somewhere. kind of close to the dollar store, and I kind of color pencil and paper and other things. Oh, and sweet. So you're gonna start drawing right now, like a nice draw along. I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of what I'm doing. So of course I welcome it. Maybe. Yeah, that's super cool, man. That's awesome. You get your pencils from there. I used to get my watercolor paints. Actually, check. Actually, let me wait for this last 3 minutes to finish, and then I'll show you some paints, some watercolor paints that I have here. Um, because I used to do the same thing where I got my watercolor paints from the dollar store. And that's when this is probably, oof, how many years ago? I want to say 2013, maybe. So, was that 8 years ago? I was doing that. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Like obviously there's more expensive brands and they have like nice things, but it's always better to start off with cheaper materials and learn the process, develop a style, develop how you like to paint, and do all that other stuff first, and then you can go and upgrade to like nicer things, to the nicer products or nicer brands or whatever. And then you already have a style, you already have like a way that you do things, and it makes it that much better because now your art gets to shine a little bit more. All right, I only got like a few seconds left, so I'll just stick with this. There we go. Yeah, so I think this is the last one for this drawing or this sketch at least. Let me count. So if I go back, actually, I guess I could show you here, can I? Let me see. I don't know if my phone will show. So yeah, this is 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. So, it's a good quick 30 minutes. Let me grab my pen. And sign off on this one. And what's today's date? It's the 10th. Since you're a young artist and kind of starting out or whatever, you want to get a snack. Always sign and date it. I know maybe it doesn't mean much, but or maybe it doesn't. But once you start to develop a whole bunch of sketchbooks and you've been doing it for years and years and years, it's always nice to go back, and if you date it, you can you can remember the date. I have drawings that I did back in 1999 that, when I think about it, I was like, "Oh man, I was what, 11 years old?" And I was like, "This is what I was drawing when I was 11." And it's just good to date things. So always, even if you're just starting and doing whatever, don't don't shy away from signing it. Even the Baby Yoda, you know, like date it so that way, years from now you can go back and when you're reminiscing, you'd be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," and then you'll probably be drawing Baby Yoda a million times better. But before I was talking about like the WandaVision drawing that I'd worked on last night, and I can't get this one onto the screen. I got this pole in the way. But I did that like, there we go. Did that like last nightish. Wonder if there's a way I can straighten it out some. But that was an hour. That was like a 60-minute drawing that I did last night. Just in anticipation for the new WandaVision. But yeah, so did that one. Pages are full, so time to move on. Um, yeah, so that's it for that one. And I guess since I have you here, I mean, I might as well do another. I think I need to jump back on to designing my website, uh, which I'm super excited to show people once I'm done. Because just like how I was talking about, I had pictures from 1999. That's going to be on my website. I mean, it's going to kind of be like basically a digital gallery showing everything I've ever done for the most part. Maybe not every single thing. I lost a lot of stuff back when my computer crashed. But yeah, whatever. Let me see. Do I want to just jump onto this page? Because it's kind of hard to stream on this page when I have stuff blocking my way. So I wonder if there's a way. I don't think it'll be that bad. Let me see. So what can I fit here? Just another 4x4. Here we go. Here we go. Now, the reason why I draw these squares is one, just so I can give myself a frame to work within. But also, since I'm posting these on Instagram, and Instagram's main post mainly posts squares, just draw a square roughly, either 4 inch by 4 inch like these are, or 3 inches by 3 inches like these are. And that way I could just take a square image of it. Your phone has all those. Gotta go. My dad wants to help to do the roof. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, it was great chatting, Katie. You go get that roof patched up or whatever it is. Go help your dad out. That's great. I'll be back. I'm sure we'll talk again. So have a good one. this. If I want to do another 3. So 3 1/4 to 6 1/4. And 6 1/2 to 9 1/2. That's awesome. Man, she was quick. Man, she was quick to the store and back. That was awesome. I swear to God, I used to go to the dollar store. Like I said, I used to get my art supplies from there. Oh, I never showed her the dollar watercolors. Like I said, dude, I got some hanging out right here. You know, just waiting. You can see they getting old and dusty now, just because it's been a minute since I watercolored anything. But I would I would cop these joints from the dollar store. I mean, look at this. I got a backup right here. Got a backup right here, player. I mean, look at that. So, and I know I got a whole gang more somewhere else lying around here. Uh, but yeah, you could see I used the hell out of that yellow and the orange, and then red second most. When I was making sketch cards, my whole philosophy was, what at least when I was painting, was like start with the lighter colors and then go in with the darker colors later on. Basically, same thing I'm doing when I'm doing these pencil drawings. You know, you'll notice I start with the red, then I go to blue, which creates a little bit darker color, a little more contrast, and then I'll go in with the graphite pencil, which creates like the dark grays and blacks, and then I go in with the inks. So I kind of build up the shade values um, with the tools that I'm using, and I was doing the same thing with the watercolors back then. So you'll notice the yellow is like out, like it is out on both of these, just because I would always start with yellow, and the reason for that is because let's say I started with purple and then I had to go do something yellow, and then my wet yellow brush crossed paths with the already applied wet purple paint. It would start to blend and give me colors, and it would give me results that I wasn't looking for. So I would always start something light and then build on it. So start yellow, orange, and red. That's why even you can see the red here is pretty much taken out for the most part, except for the edges. But yeah, man, I would use these things, and then I would build the green, blue, purple, black, and I don't think I ever used white. I was always working on white paper, so yeah. But you could even see on this white paint, like this is all mad dirty and dusty. Joints is old. But yeah, that's awesome. That Hey man, watch Katie gonna blow up. She's gonna be like one of the best artists in the world, and she's gonna be talking about how she used to get supplies from the dollar store. It's like, man, humble beginnings. Well, I mean, I might as well call an end to it then, because I kind of did that half-hour sketch. I really need to get back to the the website, and I could only work on my laptop, uh, for like 4 hours at a time, because I don't want to melt my laptop, overheat it, or over stress it. So I'll work on it for 4 hours at a time, and you know, then I'll give it like a 2 hour break. So that way it can cool back down, kind of reset. And then once that 2 hours is up, like I'll go back to it. I actually still have laundry that I need to go run and get. I think my laundry is still sitting in the washer. So yeah, let me just finish drawing these squares and then I'll go do that. 3, 3 1/4 to 6 1/4, and then 6 1/2 to 9 1/2. All right, so I got a 4x4, some 3x3s waiting for me. Like I said, I'm gonna go do my laundry. Gonna go work on the website for another 4 hours. It's 3:30 now, so let's say I start before 4. I'll be off before 8, and then that'll give me some time maybe to jump back on tonight. Now that I know I could chat and stream at the same time, this was huge. I mean, that's what this was all about, honestly. So, I mean, I guess, you know, none too impressive with the half hour drawing and all that, but hey, you know, we start somewhere, we gonna build up. And hey, it is what it is. Gonna keep it moving, keep it going. So thank you, Katie, for stopping by, and we'll be back.